great question. Why does a managing director of a successful company need a coach? Part of the answer is that managing directors don't need a lot of help. And in fact, a lot of coaches get this wrong. They think they're there to help the person. Actually, a managing director wants more distinctions, because the nature of a business, particularly if you've got a successful one, is that you've got to keep growing that business. If you don't work on the business and keep it growing, then what happens? It's at risk of stagnating or stalling, or even in failing, and we've seen that. We see that quite often. In the UK, for example, we've got a high number of companies that fail. So the managing director usually is somebody who's started that business or who's come in there, and they're giving that business. They've usually come in with a lot of technical skills, and they keep that business. They've built that business, and they keep that business running quite effectively. And as the business grows, they take on more staff, and so the managing director can't literally be across all of those jobs. So they've got to bring in people to do those roles on their behalf. So when they first started the business, they were very hands-on and very operational in what they were doing, right? But now they can't be across all of those things, and mentally they can't be across all of those roles. But when I talk to managing directors worldwide, they all say this key frustration is, my key frustration, if it boils down to it, is my key people. I just want people that I can trust doing the key roles. I don't have to worry about everyone on my team, but I really worry about the key people that they're doing things. So they end up doing things like mentally managing somebody's role, or doing the work for them, even at worse. But the key symptom is that they're still thinking operationally. They're thinking they've got to go hands-on, and they've got to touch every aspect of the business. What in fact they need help with is actually thinking strategically. See, a managing director, by definition, needs to manage and direct what's happening, not go hands-on with it. A general manager, by definition, generally manages. So the managing directors and general managers that actually are touching everything are actually the handbrake on the success of the business, no matter what the turnover of that business is, right? That's the problem. So they need a coach to help them, if you like, stop meddling or being the handbrake on the success of that business, particularly when you get to a level of performance. To sort of make that clear, think of business like this. This is most Western economies, right? 75% of businesses in Western economies typically will turn over under £300,000. Okay, 20% of businesses typically will turn over but somewhere between 300,000 and 2 million. And then you've got 4% of businesses, particularly in the UK, they'll do between 4 and 8 million turnover. And then there's 1% who do greater than about 8 to 10 million. And it's a fraction of that percentage who'll do, say, 50 million plus, right? So most of my clients sit in that 20% of the businesses turning over somewhere between 300,000 and, say, 2 million. I've got some clients in the 2 to 8 million bracket, and I've got some clients who are sitting in that 8 million plus range. Okay, so if you've got a company that's turning over, say, 2 to 8 million, you've really got to make sure that company's working. And that's where you find that being operational and being hands-on actually works against you. That's why you need a coach, because you've got to change the mindset of that.